Google. Let's go get them again.
What's going on, fragrance family? Welcome to another episode of Samplin Samples. This series, of course, is me taking you through the journey of a start of a new brand on the channel, a new fragrance that I'm discovering and sharing it with you. I wear the scent as much as the sample lets me, because all samples aren't made alike. This, of course, as you see here, is a Lucky Scent sample. Love the site. I love that I can get samples from brands that I may not have an opportunity to sniff here in Canada. However, their samples are probably the worst in the game. I can get at least 2 wearings of these samples if I stretch them. It is my scent of the day today. I wore it the other day, and now I'm going to give you as much detail as I can and give you my final thoughts on this particular scent. Am I going to be buying a bottle? Is the sample was good but not good enough for bottle? Maybe I'll get another sample later on. Or am I just going to say this is the end of the road for this particular scent? Today we're going to be talking about a brand that I believe, you know what, this is the first on my channel from the brand of BDK Parfums. And this is their hot release way back when the hype started on this brand. And this is Rouge Smoking, which is their cherry-based fragrance. Now, she's heavy on the tonka bean, I'll let you know that. So it's not just the cherry scent. However, that's where it all started. BDK is, I know you're all veterans. You know, most of you that watch my channel know about YouTube and the fragrance game. If you're new, this is one of those brands that free bottles galore on YouTube. So definitely be wary of a great marketing tool. Nothing wrong with it, but definitely, you know, be aware. BDK is one of those brands that gives out free bottles to influencers. Now let's go under the hood. Let's take a look at some stats on this particular release. It was released back in 2018. Concentrations eau de parfum, noses Amélie Bourgeois. Major notes to my nose is, of course, it's a cherry-centric fragrance. The cherry comes from the tonka, so spoiler alert. Of course, it has tonka bean in it, and heliotrope is also a major note. Now, this fragrance, of course, is a fragrance that really intrigued me because of this particular release. Lost Cherry, absolutely love it. It's like a liqueur cherry, very beautiful, beautiful, one of my favorites of Tom Ford. And I'm always looking for different fruity scents, and this has a cherry. So I had to get a sample of this one and sample it. So it's my first sample from the brand on my YouTube channel. Let's see what I think about it. Now, it is my scent of the day today, but we're gonna drain this little Lucky Scent sample, and we're gonna do that right now on camera. There we go. Full, 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 boom. See you later. And we're just going to share the love. Now, this fragrance up top. Now, is it a Lost Cherry replacement? No. Pump the brakes on that. Hardly. The cherry in Lost Cherry is much more vivid, much more bolder, stronger, and honestly, much better. BDK's cherry, it's taken from the tonka bean. It seems like they amplified it with a vanillic tone from, of course, that tonka bean. It has a mildly powdery tone here also, of course, again, from the tonka bean. The heliotrope does help the powdery aspects, but I wouldn't call the Rouge Smoking that overly powdery as a scent. Now, the red cherry, going back to it, is the central theme up top. So you're not gonna miss it. It is your central theme in this particular fragrance. The cherry note, as I mentioned, doesn't hold a candle to the Tom Ford if you're comparing them. Now, it has a synthetic-like edge to it. It reminds me almost like, if I had to pinpoint this opening, the cherryness of it and what's surrounding it, it's not really dark per se, but it has like a vanilla cherry Coke-like appeal, Dr. Pepperish. Take away all the darkness from those drinks. Keep the vanilla and the vanilla Coke, but it's like cherry vanilla, but it has that synthetic type. And I'm not saying that Lost Cherry has an authentic cherry, it doesn't make sense. But I love like what the nose did with the cherry note in here. It absolutely brings me somewhere. This one, not so much. The cherry. Now, because of what I mentioned, the cherry note in this particular fragrance could turn people off, that they're like, this is not for me, thinking maybe more candy. I never really felt that this was overly sweet, so I do want to say that in the review, like I'm comparing it to a cherry vanilla Coke, but kind of take away a lot of that sweetness. It is sweet, but it's not. And I do like my sweet fragrances, but this one I wouldn't say is up there in the bubblegum territory. The pink pepper in this opening is there. It gives the scent a little bit of that rosy quality that I love from pink pepper. So that opening, it's good. But going to comparables, it's not great. Now, going into the heart. Now, what I wore yesterday in the heart of this particular fragrance, more into the dry down, the scent continued to push this gourmand red look with the tonka leading the way. There's not much movement in this scent, so don't think that from, you know, minute 1 to the end of the life of the fragrance that there's gonna be a lot of movement. There's not much here. The tonka just leads the way. The cherry is in the forefront. You get a little of that almond more into the backbone of the tonka, which I was looking for at the start of the scent. It wasn't there, but more into the dry down. The heliotrope is definitely second in command here, and now you're getting more of a powdery almond vanilla combo that the tonka is known for, and of course that cherry that starts to die down more every hour. So it gives out a little bit more to those secondary notes. It gives the scent a certain talkiness. I felt, and that's one thing I felt with this one, the heliotrope and the tonka bean, they both do this. It gave this fragrance, and this may turn some people off. I like it. I like that little edge to this fragrance, that talkiness to the fragrance. The labdanum, there's labdanum in here, and I thought the labdanum, I thought that was the wild card when I was looking at the note breakdown in this particular fragrance. I was like, that's where they're gonna get that smoke, you know, Rouge smoking. Was it really smoky? Not at all. It gave the scent more towards the end, a little oomph, a little resin, kind of like a leathery tone. But the smoking tone, I guess, comes from that, but it's a poof. It really doesn't smoke, we'll say. Overall, Rouge Smoking from BDK Parfums is a solid cherry base scent. I would say top 5 dead or alive, it's in the running. If you're looking for one, it is definitely in the running to sample like I did. Not the best in the game. I think the crown is the Tom Ford. Personally, for me, if you know any better cherry-based scents, hey, hit me up in the comments below. But this one does contend for the crown. Now let's get into a quick take on a few important items, you know, seasons, day, night, performance, and versatility. Let's start with seasons. I feel the best seasons for this thing's kind of versatile, sort of. Winter, fall, spring, summer nights, you can wear this. Day or night, I feel this is more of a nighttime scent. It does have that depth to it to be more of a nighttime scent, but it doesn't stop you from wearing it during the day, especially, you know, casually or something like that. Versatility, I'm gonna go with average on this one. Performance, now the performance on this one, I don't know if it's the sample, but longevity was 5 to 7 hours, which, you know, a darker scent like this, and it really comes out of the gate strong. It really does. But 5 to 7 hours, which is not bad. It's okay, it's good, with average projection. So it fell a little short to kind of like the Lost Cherry here. But again, okay. At the end of the day, this one right here, Rouge Smoking, not overly sweet, not overly syrupy, and I want to say that in this review. If you're looking for something that maybe you tried Lost Cherry and you feel that maybe this one's more masculine, forget about that just because of the smoking part of it or the labdanum. It really doesn't make it more masculine in my opinion. Rouge Smoking is definitely blended very well. It does right to the note of cherry personally. I would recommend it if you're looking for 3-5 cherries, niche cherries to try out. This one should be on the short list. At the end of the day, if I had to give it a score off this little sample and the couple wearings that I had, I would give it 8 bottles out of 10. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. As always, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube.